There you go. Okay, cool. So just open Stanley Parable. Let's turn off our background music. And let's just play Stanley Parable.
I'm excited to see what it's like.
Yeah. By the way, if you've played this game, enjoy watching. Please don't. I doubt anyone in this community would do this anyway, but please do not give us any spoilers.
Time?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Goodness.
Yeah. All right. So Stanley, with that, here we go. Stanley Parable. Hang on.
I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to expect.
I have no idea what to expect. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience and you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, well, this is how we start. Yeah, it's like Deacon says, classic lib. Very few problems can't be solved with immense violence. All right, I'm going to put us at the top. Okay. You'll have a similar background. Okay, let's begin the game. Let's see what happens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh my God.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh my.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I guess I'm getting up from my desk. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
can look
you're
around.
Stanley?
Looks like I'm Stanley. Looks
Okay.
like you're Stanley. I'm just following orders. It's literally... Okay, so the Stanley
How scary
Parable...
is that for you?
Well, the Stanley Parable is that a guy is sitting at a desk following orders all the time. And here I sit with you telling me what we're going to do. All right, so... yeah, independence. What happens if I just look around?
Okay, let's just check our surroundings.
Yeah, let's see what's happening. Oh, nothing. All right. 428, 429. No one's here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this the meeting room?
That doesn't look like a meeting room.
That does not. I'm assuming. Okay, I can't open those doors anyway, so Stanley has no idea how to open doors. So I'm guessing that the only open doors... Oh,
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay.
he entered the door on his left.
I mean...
So I guess you do what they say.
Do what they say? Is that... Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I wonder what happens if you don't.
What do you
Let's
wanna-
just follow the orders
Follow
for
the
a
orders.
minute.
Okay. You're Stanley. Well done. Is game over already?
You should have went to the right.
Well, you know. Ah, go that way.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting the whiteboard manager. Cabal planning.
Get
Future
Chris
was yesterday.
Out of,
Tomorrow is now.
get Chris out of the broom closet.
It's like everything else got done, but we never got Chris out of the broom closet. What are these? Standardized graphs, 40 wide. Hire someone to synergize papers. Hey, Zach, what's up, buddy? Is there nothing in here to do? Please, no more charts. I'm begging. Okay. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigms. Monetize free to play. Oh, I know some companies working on that right now. Monetizing free to play. Okay.
Well, let's go get Chris.
Come on, Chris. Can't do. Oh, I can open the doors. Okay.
No, Chris.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Where's Chris?
Don't get off track.
Sorry. Uh-oh.
Oh, stairs.
Coming to a
we go.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
So you wanna keep
to
following,
his boss's office.
Hey, Warlord, what's up? You want to keep following the
Just go downstairs.
downstairs?
Just go downstairs. See what it says.
So now you've decided to be a
Let's
rebel?
just for a minute. Let's just try it.
What if you can't? Okay. Ooh.
Oh, go downstairs.
Oh, you. That's how I die. You gonna go in here?
Yeah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Wow.
I am okay.
Well, the voice acting's good.
That got a little deep.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Oh, God,
I
Stanley.
have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
I'm kind of with
Then
you,
she
Classic.
remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So maybe we should have stayed on script.
I mean, I don't know if we should have stayed on script. I just know going off script led to quite the conversation. We'll just say it that way. So we are just doing this again now. Got to keep getting these lights down. Oh, these keep going dark. Okay. So we're back in 427. You want to try this again?
All of his
Okay.
co-workers were gone.
I can't
What
open
could it
these.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
So
Perhaps he
it's
had
starting.
simply
We've got to do
mistaken-
whatever they say. So maybe I'm not in control.
I mean, Stanley seems like Stanley got some stuff going on.
He does.
Can I go in there?
Let's just follow the rules
Can I go this way?
for a bit.
I can't open any of these doors. All right.
to the
When
left.
Stanley
Go to the
came
left.
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Can I open any doors? All right, here's the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. So do you want to go upstairs this time?
Let's do it.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no,
Not
no, no, no,
again.
no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
Okay.
I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
We never got Chris out of the room, man. Like it's... Oh, I can't go back in there. Huh. Okay.
Just go upstairs.
You want to go upstairs this time?
Yeah. Let's
Coming
just
to
do
a
the thing.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Look at that.
Oh,
All right, fancy. Ooh.
fancy. Oh my gosh.
It's the executive bathroom. All right. Can I go in the executive bathroom? I kind of want to see the gold toilets. Oh, I can.
Very nice. Very nice.
Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffer losses, then that's what the boss chose. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffer losses, then that's what the boss chose. What? Extreme bathrooms and time. Okay, can't do anything in here. If the
Go
game
to
is
the office.
Stanley went insane, I know. Guess that was the bathroom door. Okay.
There you go. There.
It's a nice office. Can I go in this one? The hell?
Oh.
Elevator. Business strategies. Shoot pandas. My God. I'm beginning to think this company's not on the up and up. I am the most expensive boss. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
Hey, Lana,
of
what's
any
up?
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
buddy, old pal.
What dark secret was
Yeah,
being held
see?
from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. All right. Well, can Stanley play the piano? Travesty. That is not at all like no realism. 2845. Okay. I'm the boss now.
Stanley just sat around twiddling
This
his
is how you get a
thumbs.
promotion in this
Trying
company.
to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by
God.
simply pushing random buttons on the
Oh, God.
keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Oh,
stepped
wow.
into the newly opened passageway.
Boy. Okay. There's nothing at all creepy about any of this.
Right. That looks.
Whoa.
Oh, default. You're
There's
not
really nowhere else for me to go in here, is there?
not gonna fall to your darkness.
I mean, I'm about to have to, right? There's
Yeah.
nowhere else to go.
Go for it.
All right. Do you think we go jump in the elevator shaft?
For sure. Why not?
For sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. That was a long way underground.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the
God.
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
Escape.
All right. You got choices to make.
Well, whoever walks into a mind control facility. Oh, sorry.
Say again.
Who walks into a mind control facility? I don't know. But then when we don't do what it says.
Husbands do. Classic clip.
What does chat think we should do?
It looks like at least Andrew is saying that Stanley walks into mind control facilities.
Okay, let's do it.
Hey, Kerensky, what's up? Yeah, it's good to see you. Glad you're here. Scientist, maybe? Okay. So we're going to do the mind control facility. Well, we're here now. Oh my god. We chose this.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Scientists.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. That's where I came in. So I guess this is where we can go. We got a couple of workstations. Not too different from what was upstairs, honestly. I hate Mondays coffee mugs.
Is that a button to
It
push?
is a
right there?
button.
Let's push it.
Push the button.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their
Oh,
true
boy.
nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
Oh, wow.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Wow.
And Stanley,
There's zero
one
of
of
them
them, eternally monitored in this place
Where's
where
427?
freedom meant
Here,
nothing.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Is it going to change again? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it shows my desk upstairs. Okay,
Okay.
so we keep going around the
keep
mind
going.
control
Yeah.
facility. Okay.
Let's push it.
Push the button.
Yeah.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, thank you for stopping by, Kerensky. Appreciate the alert, buddy.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
You get paid for this, Stanley.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
It says mind control status offline.
Right. Oh. Yes. Don't you think we should walk down there?
You want to walk down here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looked like something would happen.
Yeah, it kind of did, didn't it? Console disabled. Is it a button?
Oh. There's.
Hmm.
Let's see.
There's buttons with numbers on them. So
Okay.
1. this one? 5.
5.
So we got 1, we got 2.
There's one on the platform up there.
Okay. There's 3.
3.
Why are we pushing the buttons in order? I have no idea why we're doing this. It's hard to see. Oh, there's a gate. I can't get up there. What number is that? Can you see? I can't see.
Nope.
Okay, well, 4 has to be somewhere I can get to, so I've gotten 3. I assume they're in order, right?
Yeah, you would think so.
There's 5.
Maybe that one up there is 4? I don't know. That would be kind of weird, though.
Can go up here, maybe. What does this do? Nothing to do up here. I can't jump or anything cool like that. There's a gate on that, so I can't go that way. There's really nowhere else to go except through the open doors over here, and I don't have a button 4. I haven't found a button 4 yet. That's got to be 4 right there, right?
Yeah, that's the only one left.
But I can't get up there. What do you want to do? You want to keep trying to solve this puzzle, or you want to go through the doors?
Go through the doors. We'll see if it gives us any clues.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off or on?
Off.
Off?
Off.
Now we're just chilling in the dark.
Hey, Rita.
Hey, Rita, what's up?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
He's so getting
Where
fired.
had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
So I'm literally sitting here saying, no one can tell me what to do, and the guy just continues to tell me exactly what to do.
Oh, goodness.
This is not real.
No. No way.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
We just beat the game by following directions? Okay. Okay.
What?
Let's do this again.
So it just started us over? That was it?
All of his
Yeah.
co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
Yeah.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Okay.
a memo.
Let's not go to the meeting room, right?
Okay, you want to go through the other door this time?
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Still can't open these doors.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. So we went to the lounge.
Okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Okay, all right, all
Really
right.
worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Go straight.
Don't go this way. Go this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Can I use these things? Okay, I can't do anything else.
Cargo lift.
Cargo lift, you think?
Yeah.
Just step on it?
Yep. Let's see.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, this took a turn.
Yeah.
This took a turn.
Go
yeah,
for it.
the voice is good, Classic Lip.
Yeah, it is good.
The guys are really good.
Ooh.
Okay.
Did you just close that door? Or did it?
No,
close?
every door closes behind me
Behind
when I
you.
walk through
Okay.
it, yeah. I want to drive the forklift. That would solve all my problems as Stanley.
You're like jerking back and forth. It's gonna make me.
Yeah, that's actually
Seasick.
okay. Sorry.
Calm down.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach
Oh my
out to
God.
her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
There's no other option, right? So
Why not?
can I unplug it instead?
As Stanley picked up the phone,
Oh.
a white light engulfed
I didn't
him,
pick up the phone.
filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't
So
supposed to be
bad.
a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Uh-oh.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Oh, no.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
What the hell?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Weird. Plug it back in.
I don't think I can do anything else in here. So I have to go this way. Oh, you go right back to where we were. Okay. Let's see if I can get up here now. Nope. I guess we just get back on the lift, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't see another way to go.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh, they closed
Imagine
it.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
What? I want to get over there now. On one of those. Okay. Let's see if there's something else we can do. Do you see anything else we can do other than just go back the way we came?
No.
Okay.
Does it let you climb anything, like
No, there's
the boxes or anything?
Ooh, there's a crouch. Okay. Oh. So you can look under desks.
Okay.
Don't know why you would yet. Can I throw a chair through the window?
So you can't jump? Can you jump?
No, there's no jump. Hey, what up, Buckethead? I wish I could jump. Let's see. Let me see if there's a controls. Forward, back, left, right, jump, space. Space, really? Space is not jumping. You can't jump. Okay, that was what you just heard was the sound of Steam popping up and saying, no, you can't jump. Seriously, we disabled it. Okay.
Okay.
So there is no jump. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay, so let's go back this way then.
Yep.
Back to the lounge. The beautiful, beautiful lounge.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story
White men
will have
can't jump.
resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yeah, back to the phone. That's definitely an option.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
That's true, Buckethead.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What do you want to do?
I mean,
You're going to take... we could go to the right. See if we can screw with him again. Go to the left, and it probably just leads to whatever
yeah,
we were
let's
doing.
go to the right.
Go to the right?
Yeah.
He's going to be mad.
No! Why did you do that?
Uh-oh.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Well, look at this.
Oh. Oh yeah, everything's all messed up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, let's try the left.
Okay. So you're not speaking to me again?
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
he's
For
mad.
what?
He's getting
what
mad.
did you get out of that?
Yeah.
What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
You've made him mad.
I have to.
Oh, God.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever.
Ooh.
Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
gosh.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Ooh, you made him mad.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
The seethe.
My story.
Seething.
So angry.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Hey, what do you want to do?
I'm sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
The guy got mad, man.
I
When
like it.
Stanley
I like-
came to a
I like
set
when he
of
gets
2
mad.
open
You like when he
doors,
gets mad?
Yeah.
he entered the door on his left.
What do you want to do?
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
What do you think we
Just
should do?
follow my lead and you'll be
Hey,
fine.
it's up to you. You're
All right.
the person
When
instructing
Stanley
me here.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I mean,
left.
I would probably try the right one again, just see if he
Yeah, I
does the
think
same
so.
thing again.
Yeah.
At this point, we're just trying to screw with the guy, right?
I guess. I don't know.
We didn't yell. He didn't yell. He didn't do anything when we came in here. Okay.
No! Why
Whoa.
did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting
Go
the
to the left?
story
Sure.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't like doing what he says.
Yeah. I'm not crazy. Has there always been a clock there?
I don't know.
I feel like I would have noticed a clock. Okay. Well, the conference room's back in condition now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This broom closet, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't open it now.
So different decisions, I guess, affect the building.
Andrew, thank you for the lurk. Okay, so we went downstairs before. Oh, there's no
Coming to a
downstairs now.
staircase, Stanley
He's-
walked upstairs
he's
to his
actually
boss's
blocking
office.
off. Can I jump? No, I can't jump. See? I wanna
See,
get down
jumping
there.
would be good.
Yeah, if I could jump over.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going
go
upstairs
upstairs.
then. It's the only place we can go. Can I go in here? No. Let's go see this again. Oh, I can't open that now. Okay. I wonder if I can go back in this room. No, he's actually got things blocked off. Beige pages instead of yellow pages. Who remembers yellow pages? Oh, this is a different.
Oh,
This is very different.
look at that door in the back.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark
Was this the
115.
code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Do you see anything else in here I could try?
No.
Okay.
Stanley spoke the
I
code.
mean, how do I speak, man?
Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
How do I speak?
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Oh my God.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
The world.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115? Is what he's trying to say, right? Like, say it, Stanley.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing.
What
for
the
your
hell?
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right.
did,
You could have
you son
done
of a
whatever the
bitch.
hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
What the heck?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Whoa.
he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door.
What?
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
What is happening?
Is everything all right?
What?
This is important.
Okay.
Is this for real? What are we missing?
It cannot
It
exist
just
without you.
can't
You
be it,
understand
right?
me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose? Do something? Anything?
This isn't actually the end, right?
Never know.
I have no
I
idea.
need this. The story needs it.
We've been playing it for about 45 minutes. There's got to be more to that.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Can I do anything else?
That's all right.
Sorry, Leroy.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Is that it? No, it's doing something.
Well, there's
Okay.
a clock.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh my God.
What could it mean? Stanley decided
is
to go to the
this?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What do you want to do? Left or right?
When Stanley came to a set of two
Right.
open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you want to do now?
This room. What a
Go
beautiful
through there.
room.
Just keep going.
What
Keep
a
going?
gorgeous,
Yeah.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
So we-
first open door on his left.
We
Go
can
for it.
This way or this way? Which one?
Left.
Left?
Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
Oh.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on
But
track.
we could go that
go
way.
there.
Yeah.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Is it? Okay. So we're downstairs.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay. We'll go this way.
No, no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
This story.
Okay.
Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From
This
the
is going
top.
to make us take it from the... Oh, my God.
No.
Oh, my God, man.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What do you want to... I kind of want to try that again. I kind of want to go to the right again.
Okay.
And then go back down that
When
elevator.
Okay.
Wait.
And
What?
see if he does the same thing.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the
go.
game
Yeah,
over,
so he's
completely fresh.
upset about something
Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
Oh.
Come, Stanley.
Oh, my.
Let's find the story.
Okay.
See, jumping would be
Yeah,
good.
I feel like, wow. Okay, so we've got a lot of choices now.
Okay.
So those go in the same spot. Yeah, those go to the same spots.
Okay.
This goes, well, this goes back around there too. Okay. And then those go places we've been
That's,
before.
yeah.
Where you want to go?
Let's go to the left.
Over here? Okay. Ooh, there's lots of open doors.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well,
Where
I
do you
find it
wanna go?
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over
Left
and
or
over
right?
again, but it's got to be better than
Left.
this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh no! Oh, you started me over again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I wonder if we can do the same thing and move quickly.
You think that would make a difference?
I think there was more to see there. Oh no. Oh.
Okay, yep, it's
It's
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. So I can't do anything that way. Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Uh-oh. This is...
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
How you feeling over there?
I'm feeling lost.
Yeah.
Oh, that's new. And really messy.
It's different. I like that.
Now well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay, we
I know you
won.
put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Here we go again.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Adventure line. Did it say Venture line?
Adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable
Trademark.
Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I am not going to follow this line if I
No.
can. The first time I can get off this line.
Go
Because
straight.
wait, that's new.
Oh,
We've
that
never
is
gone
new.
that way before. Okay, let's actually follow the line. What do you think?
Okay.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
To
here's
destiny.
a thought.
Oh.
Wouldn't
this is
wherever
new.
we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story?
Is the story.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Very existential.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, try that.
All right, what do you... Jesus. What do you want to do? You want to go the way the line goes, or you want to try going around this way?
Go around that way.
This way?
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
I guess we'll follow the line and stuff.
Guess we will follow it. Actually, let's do it again.
Okay.
All right, fine. We'll follow the line. We'll do what we're supposed to do. This... Oh. Okay. 0, 12. 11.
The meeting room definitely looks different. Well, I guess that's a different one, isn't it?
Yeah, on a different floor now. Hmm. That's kind of...
Definitely go in there.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What? That feels
What the
out of
hell
place.
is that? Huh. Yeah, Pac, I didn't either, man. Like, that's a Payday. Like, there was a game called Payday that has the mask in it. What a weird spot. Okay, well, I guess we have to go this way. The music's making me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances. Oh my gosh. Annual reviews, consolidation reports, departmental accounts, financial records, personnel files, budget analysis. Okay.
Cut the music.
Thank God.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it
God.
closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
He's got to be kidding, right? Like,
We'll see.
he's saying we're supposed to remember this fern? What is there to know about this fern? All right. Do you want to take a closer note of the fern?
I think we've got it.
Think you're good?
I think so.
Do you think the fern, you have everything in your brain you need about the fern?
Yep. Just keep following that yellow line.
Okay. Okay. At least it turned the music off. Oh,
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
we are.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
Line.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
So this is a new direction. Because we come out of there. And we'll go this way. Okay. Oh, so we're back in the room. But this is like right next to where we... So 427 is back that way. We come through here, and we're this close to the...
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
So
To hell
104
with
is
it.
the only one
Restart.
been fired too.
Restart.
So 104, 104 had been fired, but that was the only one that had been fired. So this is where we...
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Nah, man, you've been
Something
telling me...
exciting,
You've been telling me don't make up stories the whole
mysterious.
time.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Let's do that then. We haven't been
Now,
here yet.
Yes, this is exciting.
So
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Go
This
wild
is
in this.
literally going in
circle.
circles. Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Someone had a hell of a time painting this line. I want to go where the line goes.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
And that made no
Come,
sense.
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh, this is talking about Stanley.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending?
Look at the end.
And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Oh, God.
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
What the hell? Okay.
Okay.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he
God.
would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oh, God, don't tell me. Oh. Stanley's paranoia.
Yeah.
All right, well. There's the line, still.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door.
All right, what do you want to do?
Right. The door on the right.
Door on the right? Okay.
Yes.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper.
Uh-oh.
Something darker.
Okay.
I would love that.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Okay,
open door.
so
left.
now we've got a choice here. We can go to the left and go down the elevator. We can go left all the way across. We can go this way and try to deal with whatever was over there again. What are you thinking?
Did we go straight before? Have we done that?
All the way across here?
No, the other direction.
This direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where the lift is.
Okay, go back and then maybe go all the way across.
Go that way all the way across?
Yeah. We didn't do that, right?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section.
'Cause we went
Right,
there.
went down
to
that.
the opposite
Okay.
door and got back on track.
So you want to go here, the meeting room?
Oh, that's the meeting room. So we've already been there.
We've been all these places before, yes. So now we can't go that way. We can go down this
Go down.
Go down?
Yeah. It's a little more action. Going down is more action than
More action? Yeah, I wouldn't call
walking down
anything
the
in this.
hallway.
Yeah, I wouldn't call anything in this
But
game
Stanley
action
didn't
yet.
want
This
to
is
go back to
action.
the office. He wanted to wander about and get
'Cause he-
even further off track.
He gets confused
So
down
now, in
here.
order to get back, he needed to go
So you're going to do the same thing again with the left and the right.
From here, it's left.
And then he tells us we can't go that way.
Oh no, it's to the right.
Right.
My mistake.
Can't go that way.
No, not the right.
It's just the
Why
same
would I have ever
thing.
said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, he goes through the whole thing.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, we've been here. Go down here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be
see you
here
later.
yet. This is all a spoiler.
Oh,
Look,
Happa.
Stanley, close your eyes.
Thank you for the raid.
Okay,
Welcome, everybody.
We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
How are your
It's all
games,
rubbish
Happa?
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Is he gonna restart on me?
From the top.
He is. So anyone who's just raiding, welcome. I'm Seven. This is Mel.
Hello.
So we're hanging out. We're doing something new tonight. We're doing a story game together. So Mel makes all the decisions, and I have to suffer all the consequences
So far,
so far. We're playing the Stanley...
there's not much suffering except for walking in circles.
Yeah, so we're playing the Stanley Parable. So if you're a fan of story games, there is definitely a story-ish.
Kind of.
You have a narrator. I'm really not sure where we're going to end up in all of this. Yeah, Happa. So games were a surprisingly good day. Well, that's good, man. You streamed for a long time. You were streaming for like 7 or 8 hours. We had you on the television earlier. So welcome everyone who's rating. Enjoy the Stanley Parable.
All
with
of his
us.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So we're in this office building. We have no idea what's going on. The line's gone now. So we've now jumped back into it. That's new. I would have noticed that before.
That's new.
All right, right or left?
When Stanley... Wait.
Oh, we're back
Wait,
in the
what?
adventure mode.
No,
So
I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh.
when they open, I'm
Everything
going to
should
run
be-
to the left and try to
did
go
something
quickly since we know he's going to
Okay.
reset.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
right, Buckethead, thank
Did
you for hanging out.
move the
Appreciate you
story
being here.
somewhere or hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
So
Let's
how
find
quick we can
the
go here.
story.
And we're wow. Okay,
Oh my god.
let's go to the right here.
That creepy carpet sound.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to
Yeah, this is
restart
what he
the
did
game
last
again?
time.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh god, he's restarted again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Do you want to go to the meeting room this time? Where do you want to go?
Sure. Let's try it.
Oh yeah, we get stuck in
Okay, yep, it's worse.
You'll have to ask Mel that
this
question,
wrong.
Apple.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why
it's
don't we go back
been
the other
fun.
direction and see if we missed anything?
This game, I don't know. I really, honestly, I'm not real sure about this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I keep thinking there's got to be more. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Like,
We've got to work our way through.
I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Yeah, it's a very weird game.
No, wait.
See, this
never
is
mind. Not the story. Okay,
We've
let's
done
head
this
back
before.
the other way and retrace our steps.
okay.
it's just a whole lot of walking,
Yeah, it's
And
it's definitely a walking simulator.
restarting the game.
This is where he
Now this.
he doesn't
well, I'll
like
be
this.
honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Now we
Is
just
this the
stand
story?
here.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe
he'll
my
reset
story
us
took
again.
place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember?
How did that
Stanley?
go, Warlord?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed
Oh,
to
the
be
narrator's
doing,
fantastic.
How about this? You win!
Yes.
Congratulations!
Gives us the fake win.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Jesus, take the
no, I don't feel right. about
Right?
this at
That's
all.
kind of the way I'm feeling about this game.
That's how I'm
Put in
feeling
the
about this
actual
game.
work to win. Some people win fair and
I'm
square,
glad that we
and
can
this
just
was not
say
one of
it.
those situations.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what.
Oh, the
might happen
Hitchhiker's
this
Guide. Yeah.
time.
I mean, the
I
narrator's
have to
fantastic.
restart.
The voice work is great. So now we're back to having this line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I actually want to go this way this time.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to do.
It's the room is.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
All right, so we follow the line.
That's different.
I want to play solitaire, man. Come on. Let me play solitaire. You jacks. So we
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
So he did this.
Well, I'd like to apologize.
in another place.
Sure
Yeah.
where I was
So the
going
mask.
with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten
Oh
our
my
mood.
gosh.
The
We're
music
back.
again. Turn that crap down.
So, if you do the same thing, is it just going to keep ending the same way?
I don't know.
I mean, there's the fern.
Cut the music.
Yeah, he wants to talk about the fern. At
Okay, we know the fern.
least we don't have to listen to the music.
This
the whole time.
fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you
Adventure
study
Line
it closely
trademark happen.
and remember it carefully.
Adventure Line
You won't want to miss
trademark.
anything.
So he talks about the fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after
So,
everything we've been through...
Did we ever find 104?
Oh, I
Because that's the
can't
only
take this
person that's been
anymore. To hell
fired.
with it.
I wonder if we can find
Restart.
Office 104.
I don't know. We'll have to go
So he's restarted
back
his
down
Stanley,
one of the
I
elevators.
say forget the Adventure Line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Let's do it, man. Let's wander in this direction so we can go in the circles again.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Back
Go
to the left
wild.
now.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto
Happa,
the
have you
line
played
from
this game
having any
before?
role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
You always wanted to? So we
but
get in
choice.
here.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our
He'll tell us to walk in a
control.
circle.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I
So
need
this
a
is
minute
the
to
confusion
think
room.
here.
The other side of
Just
this
walk
wall
in circles for a minute.
Is, well, last time, the other side of this wall was the
So I
confusion
know
room
that
script.
each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
these doors go to the
Our
same place.
destiny awaits.
Yeah, because that door would go to the same place if I could open it, but I can't. All right, so we're back in here.
Oh, hold up. What's this?
We are
Confusion ending.
in the middle
You're
right there.
telling me that's what this
Did you
is?
see Find a
It's all
Bookstore?
one
We haven't
giant
done
Yeah, it's all the
that.
way on the right, but
And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
so
That's really
next
how
we got to
all
do
this
Stanley
goes?
attempts to play the story, but is prevented and unable to go
determined?
anywhere or do anything.
So
Game
now, according to
restarts
the schedule, I restart
its
again.
own.
Then what? Am I
Find
just
the line
supposed to
again.
forget?
Begin following the line.
Well, what
Find
if I
an
don't want to
identical
forget?
replica of the office that
My
has begun to
mind goes
deteriorate.
blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't
So
I
when it
get a
says
say in
Stanley
all of this?
attempts to play the
Is it
story,
really-
maybe we just actually
No, it
try to
can't be.
go
I don't want it to be. I
On
don't
this
want the
reset,
game
we
keep
try to go do the
restarting. I
story.
don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't.
Then we just have
do
to
it.
follow the
I
line.
won't do it.
Then we wander in
And
the
the timer
likeness.
stopped.
So, want to try that?
Yep.
You gonna try
Does that
actually
mean,
just playing this, do the
Did we
story
do
he
it?
tells us
Yeah.
to do? Okay.
Did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
That's so loud every time.
Goodness.
Okay. So now we want to just try to
All
play
of
the
his
story.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Okay.
door on his left.
That is
What's
definitely
that?
new.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Oh, we can't
hoping
go in
he
there
might
anymore.
find an answer there.
Okay. Oh, we have a choice
Coming
now.
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What do you want to try to do here?
I don't know. Are we going to stick with the story?
Well, we can. The very first time we played it, the very first time we got to this staircase, we went down. And the story was about you're in a dream, you're not in a dream. And someone found Stanley's body on the sidewalk. And if you recall, right, the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's what's downstairs now.
We can find out.
We can do that, or we can go upstairs and try to see if the manager's office is different, because we've been up there twice and it was a different office both times.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
I mean, I always like doing the opposite of what they want you to do, but we said we were going to follow the story.
Okay, so what do you
Follow the story.
just follow upstairs? Okay.
Yeah. That's weird.
I mean, is it rain? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh, we can go in the bathroom again.
Oh, that's different.
I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely purse. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my. All right, so we've seen that one before. Can we go in here? We can.
Okay.
So Happa, you'll love this. Here's the business strategy. Can we use this?
Oh, up.
Oh,
This is new.
okay. What do you want to do?
Go up.
Go up the elevator?
Yeah. Oh, this isn't the storyline though, right?
It's not.
But it's new.
It's my jam.
Okay, this is a long way up. Unless this is really slow. Am I right?
This game, man.
It's weird,
This
right?
game-
Is it weird?
Yeah, this game's a
I
little
mean,
bizarre. I would say this has been a tough.
I haven't played many games, but
Right, and this is probably a little bit avant-garde.
yeah.
I mean, it's like a Wonkavator. Are we going to the moon? Is it waiting on me to do something?
We went nowhere.
Okay.
Should we go down?
You gonna try going down?
Well, yeah, earlier we were talking about going to Office 104.
Okay.
Were the only ones that were fired. Is this light soft jazz or soft light jazz? Yes.
What key is that? Anyone want to guess that key? That's not my voice.
Stanley's enjoying
Is
himself.
that the narrator voice?
I don't think so. That's a little creepy.
It is creepy.
But that's action. Something's happening. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
We give up.
To the manager's office we go.
Yep.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud.
Experimental elevator
to
to space.
nobody.
Exactly. Like
He
weird.
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk.
Well, this is different.
Pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate
do
for
that?
clues to his situation.
Can
But his
you-
attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible
Chianti.
secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Get the fireplace.
Should you try the wrong number first?
Yeah, we could try that.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5.
Dummy.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
All right. So we're back in this story now.
Well, we can go down now, right? We wanted to do that.
Oh, yeah. Go downstairs now.
Yeah.
Is it just going to be the same ending as the first time we went through and actually followed directions?
We will see.
We will.
Stanley walked
Oh,
straight ahead
we
through the
never
large
tried-
door that read Mind Control
Oh,
Facility.
yeah. Escape.
Want to go that way?
Definitely.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Keep going?
Yeah. We got to
The door
see something
behind him was
different.
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
How do you feel about this choice?
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, we were on a path
Yep.
that was different, so that was good, right?
Well, it was different, but it was the path we took through the game the first time.
Okay. Maybe we should jump to our death.
You gonna try it? See what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. That feels different.
Yeah.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer
Oh
to
my.
his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story,
can't
trapped
move.
forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death
Oh,
was
God.
of no great
Oh my
loss.
gosh.
I want to get over there, guys.
Eyeballs from
I want to get off the
above.
ride.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent
Oh,
end
God.
to his brief and shallow life. Farewell,
Oh,
Stanley.
boy.
Oh my god.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh, is this our bookstore?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
Wow.
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay.
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 When every path for you has been laid before you start, death and life are the same thing. What?
Oh, this is the layout of. Okay.
Nature paintings. All right. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Okay. We never got to the button 4, did we?
Do we do left or right?
There's the credits. See you, Shiva. Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Okay, so there's multiple bosses' offices.
Stanley pushed the big red button. Let's see. Stanley
Kevin
walked
Briding,
through the green
the
door.
voice of the narrator, huh? Recorded dialogue for
Where
the
were
entire game
all of
roughly
his
3 separate
co-workers?
times over the 2
Oh,
years
I
of
don't know.
development.
How
These are
about
clips.
They're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you? Stanley stood on the step.
Okay. Freedom ending.
We did that.
Did do
Kind
that.
of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Countdown desk. countdown room.
We never made it there,
I think
right?
we found that. There's
No.
an exit. The Zending? Okay.
Have you ever seen something like this?
No. The apartment ending. Yeah, we never picked up the phone. We unplugged it. It caused
Yeah.
all kinds of hell on earth.
Maybe that was the apartment ending because it said if you had picked up the phone and talked to your wife, you would have went home.
Yeah. Warzone. Okay. And
Now what?
and what?
Is that it?
Let's see if we can find the exit again. If I can recall where it was. Was it up this way? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You
Okay.
can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
I'm absolutely letting Stanley get crushed. There's no way.
Wow.
What do you think? You want to do this again or are we done?
I mean, I think we may be done. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we've been running it for about almost 2 hours now.
Yeah? I mean, is it just...
All of his co-workers
Is it more
were
of the
gone.
same?
What could it mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Stanley
Yeah,
decided
I
to go
think
to the
that,
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What paths? Oh.
New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Guess we'll do this.
Okay.
Would have been a shame to miss the new content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Delighting. Do you feel delighted?
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay.
Well, let's do it.
We are ultra deluxing.
We'll see.
It's like the only place I can go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Oh, come on.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I got the same guy to come back and do the voiceovers. That's cool.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
New content. The jump
All right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I can jump now.
Oh, we wanted to jump.
All right, the jump circle. We are in. Let's do this jump circle. Ain't nobody ever beat this jump circle the way we gonna beat this jump circle.
All right.
I can't jump anymore.
I was about to say maybe you should stop jumping. We might need to jump later. But
Is that the amount of jumps I had allowed? Is that really what just happened?
I trusted you on that.
Oh my god.
I should have said something.
Okay, well I can't jump anymore. Sorry.
We wanted to
Is
jump
that it?
so bad.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial
my God.
impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you've got
What
me
is this
kidding me,
game?
Nancy Stanley. This is what happens when greedy video game
Is this what you do all the
developers
time?
with no respect
Is
for
this
their
how you
families
spend your time?
rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
God, his voice is insane. Uh-oh. Okay. Definitely different. All right, let's go upstairs.
Yes.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
You go in the
I
vent?
want to
Yes.
show you something.
Go to the vent.
You go to the vent?
Why would
Okay.
you not go to the vent? That feels exciting. We need exciting.
Oh boy.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Take a look. Ew.
Wow.
What do you want to do? You want to go in? It's the only thing we can do, really, I guess.
Yeah.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
First kiss. My first car. The release of the Stanley Parable in 2013.
Best memories.
This is great. Okay. Smile because it happened. It's a good reference. Wait, go back. What did we miss, Pop?
Please tell us.
Aw, little Stanley. Oh. That was the first ending we had.
Happa has Vietnamese food.
I know. And
I
we are
am
We are
jealous.
very jealous. What are you having, Happa? What Vietnamese dish are you having tonight?
Oh, my. Look at that.
Stanley Parable. Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh, he
Like
closed
this
the door
stunning
behind us.
triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Oh my God, that sounds
Every
good, Happa.
game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim.
Yeah.
It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
I think
It's
our
no games at all. It isn't even
our
a Stanley
narrator's losing his
Parable
mind.
anymore. It's
Yep.
just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator
through the-
content.
Double doors. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, oh boy.
Down.
Down?
Down. You seem to always want to go the nice, happy-looking way. Is that true?
No. I'm just making sure when you say a choice, I'm making sure I am understanding your choice.
Always the scary-looking way.
Always the path of violence. That's what we learned from playing West of Loathing together. You always choose the path of most violence.
Maybe we need to do a scary game. That might be fun.
Oh my God. Yeah, we could do that. West of Loathing might not be a bad one to play together on stream. Okay.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.
Is he really gonna? Is this the content? Like
The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games
Are we just
and
gonna
one that
read
offers
game
some of the
reviews?
most enjoyable,
feel
surprising,
like-
and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out
we
of
are.
10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything
Phasmophobia.
else. It didn't need new content. It just needed
Our
to
son
be
plays a
left
good bit of
alone
Phasmophobia.
to
He loves
spend
that,
the rest
yeah.
of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Okay, we're gonna have to add these to the list. Phasmophobia,
Phasmophobia.
and Rita says Soma, I guess? Is that how you say that?
I don't have. Here, you got a pen?
Nope.
I'll let you write with my very nice pen here.
He's so fancy.
It's a very nice pen.
He's so fancy. Okay.
The Serious Room in 2013. Cannot go that way. I can only go this way. Right? I don't see another way to go. What'd you get? What was it? Phasmophobia?
And Soma.
And Soma? Okay. So it looks like we only get to go this way.
These were simpler
Oh,
times,
it's open
Stanley.
now. Okay.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh no,
Oh, no.
reviews.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from
Okay,
Steam,
okay, this is
the
good.
online video game
This is clever.
distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh, this will be
Surely
fun.
these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No, it's a dark and dangerous place to go into the Steam reviews. That much I promise you.
Really?
Oh my god. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
Obnoxious and
the narrator
unfunny.
is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue
Funny.
proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny!
Oh god.
Funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Okay. Oh, that's clever. That's clever. I like that. So he built the memory zone, and the actual memories were all his memories were glowing, but the actual memories include things like Steam reviews. What's up, Waffle? Hey, Jarhead. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. How are you?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. But dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
9.8 hours on record.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the
move?
record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning
I wonder how
starts
long
to
he goes
bore you
on.
with just the push of a button. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling
So there's a
monologue
clock.
full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy rumination. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go
wanna
off
hang
on
out
a
here,
thoughtless
Waffle. That's what you
display
wanna
of
do.
self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over.
Oh my God. We're getting.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's
There's
not
nowhere else for me to go here.
unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so
Can
much
you
I
go
can
behind the
ramble
wall?
on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain
There
that
was
there was one
a
here
door.
before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the
can't
skips
push
are
it
getting
now.
longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh no!
You're back.
There's one-
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh no!
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single...
If only there was a skip button in life.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Oh my
Have
God.
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
I wonder how much they had him
Months.
record,
I
knowing
lost it
we're just
all
gonna
in a
keep.
blur of the deepest...
I mean, we're gonna keep hitting it. Like we don't want to hear him sit and talk. Oh, he's got to be gone. Okay, philosophically, I see what you're doing there. You thought you didn't want him, but now you ain't got him, and you got nothing. The smoke detector. Oh no! No! No!
Worse.
No! Not the smoke detector. No. Oh.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be
He's
funny.
back.
It was meant to have a point. It was meant to
back.
speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They
Oh my
gnashed
God.
their teeth and said, "Enter."
I can't. I can't. Dags. The Dags. It's a good movie, Jarhead, that reference. Okay.
The end is never the end, is never the end,
Oh,
is
God.
never the end, is never the end, is never
Oh my
the
gosh.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Okay,
the
push the
end,
button.
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
No.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I feel like I should check behind the wall every time. There's got to be.
Like, because doors
am I literally
do
just
appear.
going to be?
That's new.
Am I literally just going to be here pressing this button forever? Oh God. Okay.
Happa was right.
Happa can't be right.
Yeah, this room did raise out of the water. That's very true.
That's fair, Pock. There's a chair here. Okay. Is the fan still working? Does not appear to be.
No.
Apes rule the world. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, run. Run out of the corner.
See if he comes back on.
You gotta
done.
run.
It's done. It's done. Oh, gosh. I feel like I'm playing Death Stranding now. So, was it Pac was saying this came up out of the water? It did.
Mm-hmm.
I would say this is not the water.
Do we just like choose a direction and go?
Can I hit the button again?
Oh my, you love the button.
Well, I cannot hit the button again. Okay, so we have moved some distance into the future, I guess. It is oh, we've now outlived society. Do not put me back in that office building. Oh my God. That's why I can't
No.
All of his co-workers were gone.
This is your home now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense.
Oh, no.
I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Investor showcase.
Gosh.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh my. Taste the sequel.
Call calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe,
Yeah.
don't you
Have they
think?
really?
Ultra
Have they really
Deluxe?
been asking
What
for
does it
this?
even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Whoa. Did you hear the way his voice trailed off? Potential.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay.
Is this the weirdest game you've ever played?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like,
Yeah.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
I think this is like just to see how long we'll continue
No
to
screenshots.
walk around. Don't you think?
I don't know. The reassurance bucket. Reassurance bucket, office decorations, infinite hole. New plus easy achievements, collectibles. My gosh, there's a lot of stuff here. Infinite hole, it won't end. Let's see what some of this does. All right, so still can't jump for anyone wondering. The button that says the name of the player playing the game, what does that do?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience
Role-play
of
as
this
Jim.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine
where's my
yourself
skip
living
button?
as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again.
No.
And this time, let me finish
No.
first. Now, allow yourself to
Do
become
not make
Jim.
me sit through this.
Imagine yourself driving to work as
I'm gonna
Jim.
piss him off.
Playing
I'm not
Frisbee.
listening.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
Yes.
I'm done with this button. Why
Yes.
don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I work very hard on?
It's a button that says Jim, homie.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Settings world champion. Let's go get the free achievement. Get it here. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist.
Oh my gosh.
Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee
It's all
it will
just
be fixed
nothingness.
to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
Uproariously
we hear
demanding.
you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
All right, so settings world champion, and then we'll go jump on an infinite hole because it's about where I gotta. Okay, that doesn't do anything. You ever wanted to murder a narrator?
We liked him so much at first, right?
I mean, his voice is
the
fantastic, but
sound.
like,
Yeah, I liked it when he got angry.
Oh, my.
That was the best part.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
oh no, no.
God, it really
Oh, yeah,
is
like
the
Ted.
worst when you collect
Absolutely played
everything
EVE
in a
Online.
video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
Way too long.
tragic.
Way too many hours. You can ask her. Hey, what's up?
So many hours.
So many hours. How are you, Latch? It's been, what, 15 years? Something like that? It's been a minute. All right, Infinite Hole is where we are now. This is going to be, is it that way? Yeah, I guess it has to be. I was, absolutely.
Stanley, here's
One of the
an idea that
originals.
I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite
falling.
You can fall
When he stops
until
talking,
the
I'll
end
tell
of
ya.
time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
So this is the first stream that we're doing together. This is actually my wife, Mel. And we're going to do a series of story games, and the story games where she makes all the decisions for the story and I just play out whatever decisions she's making. And this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and we are in the new content from the Ultra Deluxe. So this is the first time neither of us have ever played this game before, so we're trying this out. Yeah, one does not simply or casually play spreadsheets in space.
No. It was intense. It was an intense couple of years, let me just say.
say more about this intense.
was-
Let me learn a little bit about myself, narrator.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah? I played that game. The thing about EVE, right, is that game actually brings you into a situation where other people around the world are depending on you 24/7 because there's an hour of downtime every day. But people will hit you up and be like, "Oh, something's going on. You got to get in game." And there's people that leave work to go hang out in that game. And
then he made friends locally that played the game. And so we hung out with them, and all they did was talk about the game.
Hell yeah.
And then everybody had to go home and do their plans. It was-
right? See, they get it. They get it.
And it was the game where it was like, hey, can you come do this? Oh, nope. I'm in the middle of, what was it, jumping or something, where you would have to go different places.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
It was crazy.
You can't just leave your stuff out there to die. Hey, what are you going to go to a movie or something? A dinner with your friends? No, you're going to play the game. That's what you're going to do. Okay, I say we jump in the infinite hole because I'm just about done with the new content. I'm not gonna lie.
We should try the Resident Evil series.
Oh my god.
That would be fun.
See,
We had
isn't
fun
it
watching all the
wonderful?
horrible,
One of my more
like, crazy
ingenious
movies
concoctions,
together.
if I do say
That was a lot of fun.
Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Do I want to?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
That's what I'm wondering, Happa. How long can you actually just...
Okay, Stanley. I
Keep
don't know
wandering
quite how
through
to say
this.
this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it?
You let me know when you want me to
infinite?
push G, okay?
Well, that sort of depends on your
Well, it's getting
definition of
smaller.
infinity. From one perspective,
Right.
the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
Okay.
found me out, Stanley.
Are
I'm
there
a
cigarettes?
liar, cheat, and you're so clever.
Cigarettes.
Look, I think the issue here is just that
New
you're
mug.
unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
So not
I figured the
infinite,
hole
not
was as
infinite.
deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Literally none of his new features work.
Look, things got a little
Rita.
heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
There was an
Why
earthquake,
don't we
but
just
she
put
had to
all this behind us and
get
agree
her
to just
case
hold the whole mystery?
See, it's a sickness, I'm telling you. Those
If that
games
works
like
for
that.
you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
All right, now we'll go to the surface.
Okay.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas
So
for the sequel.
we've seen. I can't go anywhere else, but we've seen all the things, right?
Yes.
Can't go this way. We've seen all of the things that were new content. Can I go up? Go see what all that is? I cannot.
Not you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
It's an important choice. What do you think?
Happy 12th birthday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
I wonder if you'd have chosen the other one. What a jerk. Oh, it's redecorated everything. Okie dokie.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Get some new merch. I saw the new content. See? Ooh, I wonder if there's actually... You know I have to try this, right?
What? Try what?
The QR code. You kidding me? It actually goes to the website, Stanley Parable 2. Welcome to the official website of Stanley Parable 2. Okay. Does anyone want to... If anyone wants to scan it, now is the time. When I chose what, Warlord? The other one? I wonder if I can still do that. Let's see.
Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Well, there we go. So this is the only place we have not been yet.
A
The
common
reassurance
complaint of
bucket.
the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who
I think
played
that's
it.
the point of the
Well,
game, narrator.
I'm happy to say that after
Reckless
much
despair. It's a
consideration,
good-
I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Pick up the bucket. What the hell?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
It's true.
All this and more await you in the Stanley
Plus one to charisma from a bucket, yes. Well, now I have a bucket to carry with me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
All right, exit. So we got our bucket. Jump circle, this map. Free achievement. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. We've done that. Merch. Settings, World Champion. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. Office decorations. Epilogue. Collectibles, Infinite Hole. I'm not... The jump circle, exit. Collectibles, exit, jump circle. Exit, okay. Exit it is.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I have absolutely, positively, without any shadow of a doubt, seen everything I want to see. What about you? Are you good to go?
I'm so good.
You're good to go.
It's time.
Is it? Are you sure? You don't want to go back and
no.
look at the... No? Okay.
No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly
he's gonna
these
kill
features
me.
will come together as one single
fine with
coherent
that.
video game.
I need to hug my
I
butt.
can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful game.
Well, bless your heart.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
He just...
Seriously?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original
Wait,
Stanley
Jarhead.
Parable
Holy
and
shit, bud.
simply, well, insert
Just
a
saw that
few
message.
of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is
Terrible.
the Stanley Parable
It's terrible. Can I say
Let me
it?
see
Is that
if I can
okay?
whip something up. All right.
Say anything
okay
you
to
want to
say?
say.
Go ahead.
Is that awful
Take a
to say
look.
that?
I mean, we kind of have to God, I have to see what Stanley Parable
Have
2
to
is.
what?
Gotta see.
This is the story of a
What
man
did you
named
just do?
Stanley
Look, there's
worked for a
balloons.
company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and hit the buttons on the keyboard.
I mean, look,
Orders came
I
to him
don't
through a
care
monitor,
anymore.
it's
telling him
it's Stanley Parable 2.
how long to push
I don't want to
and in what
play
order.
that game.
This is what employee 427 did every
Are you
day,
sure?
Yes.
every month,
I mean, look at
of
this.
every year.
This is Employee
And
427.
although others might have considered it soul-making, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Again.
Was happy. And then one day,
Something very peculiar happened.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he
Where's my
realized
skip
that
button?
not one single order had arrived
Do you think-
on the monitor for him to follow.
Do you
No
think?
one had
I
showed
mean,
up
it's
to
different,
give
right?
him
It's got balloons now,
instructions,
so
throw a meeting,
it's definitely
or
different.
even say hi.
That's what
Never
we
in all
have
his
said
years
the
at
whole
the
time.
company
Oh, this
had
is different.
happened.
Ah,
This is different.
That's the point.
Isolation.
That is the
This is
point.
different.
But that's
Something
the
was
point.
very
That's the point of the
clearly
game.
wrong. Shocked,
walk down a different
frozen
hall, like-
solid,
No, it's-
Stanley
it's-
found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Right? It's
Come on,
it's
make it-
existentially.
make it
Wits
artsy
regained
and,
his
like-
senses. He got up from his desk and stepped out of
Tell
his
me how
office.
special it is somehow.
Right? It's existential,
hear.
right? It's the existential philosophy of just like none of it really matters.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
So
it
let's
mean?
let's see. Let's
Stanley
see what
decided to
happens.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We got to go.
Are you
and try
seriously?
to-
Did you start
Stanley
it
felt the
over?
bucket calling to him.
The
begging
bucket.
him
Oh,
to
see, that's
pick it up.
it's a different
Why was he
game.
not doing it?
Left or right?
Stanley
Gonna go
came
left or
to a
right?
set of two open doors.
No!
He entered the door on his left.
I missed the bucket. Did I miss the bucket? No! I missed the bucket. What do you want to go, left or right? How did I miss the bucket? What do you mean you don't care? Make a choice.
Left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Oh,
of
we still can't get Chris
disbelief,
out of the room.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would
I
think
passed
he was
one of the clips.
crazy.
Pock is like losing
And
his
then
mind over there.
something occurred to
Pock's
Stanley.
like, get the
Maybe,
collectibles.
thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously.
Pock, I
out
don't
of
care, man.
existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made
Get the
any logical
collectibles.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began
We're
to
just
make
going in
other
circles.
strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
You're not
This is the
complaining.
same thing.
Yeah,
This is
automatically
the same
behind
narration.
him
This
wherever he
everything.
went.
It is.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
Back where we
Stanley
started.
felt
It's this
to have finally
very
found an answer,
same
an
start.
explanation.
It's very
His
what?
co-workers
It's the
were
very same
actually
start.
gone.
Yeah, it is
He
the
wasn't
one.
going to
It's
lose
the very
his
first
job.
You just started
He
the game
wasn't
over. Is
crazy
that it?
after all.
Is
But
that
now
what
you
it
have-
is?
Himself,
but-
I suppose I'll
But now you
go
have a
so
bucket?
here's what's
to
happening.
go back
Okay.
to my boring real
So
life
this
job
is
pushing
exactly the same
buttons.
game,
I
right?
may as well enjoy
Except
this
now there's
while I'm
the
still
stuff
lucid.
that you saw in Stanley
So,
Parable 2 is actually
imagined
in the game, it
himself
looks like.
flying and began
There
to
are
gently
balloons.
float above the ground.
Right? There was a bucket that we didn't
Then
pick up.
he imagined
There are
himself
collectibles we're
soaring
not
through
picking up.
space on a magical
All the
star
crap that
field.
he said
And
is
it
in the
too
game now,
had
is in
it.
the game
It
now.
was so much fun. And Stanley
In other words,
marveled
it's the
that he had
exact
still
same
not
game.
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the
With now
strangest
collectibles,
question of
all the crappy ideas he
entered
had.
Stanley's head.
I bet there's an
One he
infinite
was
hole
amazed
somewhere,
he
too.
hadn't asked himself sooner.
Right? The epilogue
Why
is somewhere
is
too.
there a voice
In other words,
in my head dictating
we got
everything
trolled.
that I'm doing?
by the narrator, right?
Now the voice was describing itself being
Yeah.
considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing
We'll
my
let this one play
thoughts,
out.
he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
It seems even
the
longer
press
this
of the
time.
mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh, you have the dog? Well, here. Everyone needs to see. Who is it? Poppy? It's Poppy. This is Poppy. Hey. Poppy. Hey. So this is Poppy, Chihuahua puppy. She's fantastic. Say hello to everybody, Poppy.
She wants to go outside now.
Okay. I don't know why the names and stuff aren't working on that. We'll have to... Oh, it is working for you. Okay, cool. Just took them a while to come up. Weird. Okay.
All right.
Okay, well... There's a phone ringing this time.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
She sounds lovely.
She does. She does sound lovely. All right, so I was told there was a bucket. Here's our bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
So I'm not
No,
seeing...
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Is that the bucket?
That's what he's making the voice to be the bucket. Yeah.
Happa hates Poppy?
This is a new place. And there's a collectible. Where's Pockington? Pockington, look. Pock.
The woman on the phone.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
There you go, Pock.
You can't buy that sort of happiness.
The
Stanley.
intrinsic
God knows
pleasure
that's right.
of a job well
I
done.
implore you to savor each and every moment
She sounds
you
lovely.
come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Wonder if I can make it...
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death,
Science.
that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
There's got to be a way down there. I'm going to find it too, by golly.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed
That's a
over
different
him.
line than the last time. I'm going back.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Are you over it?
employee lounge was simply the
I'm
place
with
to
ya.
be.
I think she's
And
over
here
it,
I'm
Chad.
with you. I'm
Had
with
the
you.
bucket
Okay.
turned out to be correct?
All right.
Was this... No, never mind.
So I want to go back in here and
Stanley took the door
see if
on
I
his
can
left
find a way
to
down
go
now,
back to the meeting room.
which is a place we've never been.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The
Oh,
cargo
jump.
lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Ooh. Yeah, this is brand new. Nothing sus about this place at all.
Okay, this is day number 295. Take number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feel so. What do I do with this treasure? I can
Monetize the bucket.
Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What the hell? Bucket's in a different place.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his leg.
I can't help it. We have to keep going. We must keep going.
Sickness.
Huh. See? All kinds of new stuff to be thinking about.
The pencil to rewind the cassette.
We gotta let Chris out of here. Where's Chris?
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Ah, to be rich. Is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
getting these...
you know, there really must be
I
a
mean,
snappier name
Pockington
for these
is...
things.
It's
What
gonna make
about
Pockington happy.
mini stands? Stanley
Right?
figs. What
Pockington
about
said there's an achievement on
Stanleys?
this game for not
Yes,
playing it
I
for
think
10
I like
years.
that.
I
Another
believe that.
Stanlerine
This is an achievement I will
underwear.
unlock after tonight. That's absolutely an achievement I shall unlock. Alright, so we go this way. Elevator doesn't do anything. We should still check in.
Collectibles in the toilet.
Eeboo. Is there a collectible in here? No, there's not.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing
452.
presence of the bucket.
8.
Yeah, I think so.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light
4825?
pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would.
He's still going on about the bucket.
The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Camera
Was
there.
it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Hey. There you go, Pock.
I'm going back
Look
to
at
the
us.
name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that
Taste
you
the
get from seeing
sequel.
a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Okay. I'm actually trying to do something here. I want to follow back. Remember the room where there were the number buttons? I want to see if we can get that figured out this time.
Okay.
I mean, it's just, you know, the point of the game is to play it, not to
The
finish it, right?
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that
gonna
in
get a
this
bucket.
darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
We're not going to
Stanley
escape
and the
this
bucket
time.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
All hell
secret
the
did this
buckets.
place hold? Stanley
All
and the bucket
hell
both
the
wondered to
buckets.
themselves.
Appreciate it, Jarhead. All right. What do you think back there, Mel? We're making progress. We're finally getting where we need to go.
The monitors jumped
Is that where you are
and
right
Stanley
now?
nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Because you got your
Everyone in the office was being
Figlies?
videotaped.
I got my
monitored
Figlies.
like guinea pigs.
Pockington approves of
The
us being
bucket had never
completionists.
seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything will be fine.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend
I'm
in
gonna
the
get a
entire
bucket.
world.
Go everywhere.
At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
So basically, it's the same exact game, but you have a bucket.
Yes. And now he talks about the bucket a lot. And we still don't know. We still have never figured out how to get to button number 4 in here. So we can get 1, 2, 3, and 5, but not 4. Which is probably the entire game is designed just to make me angry around that. So 4 must be up here.
Yeah.
Right, but there's no way there's a gate here that blocks you from getting up there. So I was wondering if there was a way to open the gate. But there does not appear to be. Do you see anything new?
No.
So let's see. 1, 2 are over here. 1, 2. 3's over here. 4 is up there, and I don't know how to get there. And then 5 is on this wall. But I feel like yeah, so I can't, I don't know how we get up there.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
I do not have any ideas.
No ideas?
No.
Okay. Well, that was the last thing I wanted to try. That was the last thing in my head, was to see if we could figure out how to get up there.
And that's the only way up there, right? Yeah, there's no doors.
I don't see anything else.
Yeah.
Is this a jump circle? It's not a jump circle.
Can you jump?
No, I cannot jump. So there's a cable that goes... This door... There's a ladder here. This door cable goes here. You know, last time we turned the power off. We should turn it on this time.
Okay.
You want to try that?
Yeah. Why not?
When at last they came to the source, but at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? Bucket had betrayed him like this. Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust, when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
What you did?
The control buttons became active again.
Oh. What do you want to do? Oh, this is fun. Okay, is this new? Right? This is adventurous. We're doing new stuff. Here, let me move us to the side so people can see, though. Okay, so people can now see the birds. What do you want to do?
Press the bird button.
Well, which one do you want to press?
Make the birds fly.
You got to make... Is there one of those that does not look like flying to you?
Let's do the one on the left.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. Ew, they're pretty.
Okay.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So I think we're gonna. I think that's. You good? I think we're good.
I'm good.
I think we've done enough of the Stanley Parable. So, well, let's do this then. Let's see where we're gonna do this. Yeah, let's do it this way. So, what did you think of the Stanley Parable? Honest thoughts.
Okay. I had fun.
Yep.
Because like we were hanging out.
Yeah.
But it's not for me. It's not my kind of game.
Not your kind of game.
Like I need a purpose. You know what I mean? I want excitement and change.
So the game had a purpose.
Okay.
So let's talk through. No. Let's talk through this. Right? You said you need a purpose. The game had a purpose. What it didn't have was an end. So do you need the sense of achievement, like the actual, like I've done the thing?
I need things to do, like, you know what I mean? Like things to do.
You want to feel accomplished, like there's a goal that you've actually reached. You've done a thing. You got there. Yeah. This game. This game has. What's interesting to me with this game is the puzzle is a fourth wall broken puzzle, right? So you want to see things in the game, you have to remember all the paths you've taken. So the entire game is one big puzzle with no end.
Right.
And there's a certain amount of interestingness to that. But I can definitely see anyone who wants to have like an achievement, or I've beaten the game, right? I've had a sense of winning the game or whatever. This game's not for them. Right? That is definitely going to leave them unfulfilled. There's probably 20 endings to this game or something, that we haven't seen, and we saw 5 or 6 endings, right? So we saw a few of them, but I can definitely see people wanting to be like, no, I'm going to play the whole game. I'm going to walk around, I'm going to look at the balloons, I'm going to get the collectibles. I think we got 4 of the 6, right? We could probably have gotten all 6. So there's an interestingness to the game.
Yeah.
It's unique, I would say that. In games that I have played, the game is definitely unique.
Yeah.
I've never quite played a game like it. Would I sit and play this again? Maybe.
Really?
If I was by myself and I wanted a super chill game.
No,
with
you
no
wouldn't.
pressure.
You would choose one of the other games you play. There's no way.
I mean, but think about if I just wanted to drink whiskey, get blasted, and have no pressure in a game, it would be fun to wander around in it.
Okay.
It is a complete waste of mind space. And I think that's what, for me, is it's a complete waste of mind space.
Yeah. Which I don't mind that.
Yeah.
But I just need a little more excitement.
No, I understand that. There's no excitement in the game. The voiceover work, though, that guy is fantastic.
It was good.
As far as the game goes to make him, eventually irritating.
Yeah, I thought it was fun when he got mad.
Right? Reminds me a little bit of the Portal series. I know you haven't played, you and I have talked about it, but the Portal series where you've got the voiceover, the narrator working with you, against you, for you, not for you, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I thought his work was amazing. But yeah. So I feel like we got the experience.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really glad we picked it up. I'm really glad we played it together. This was a fun first. I had fun hanging out with you and hanging out with chat.
Yep. It was fun.
On a first stream. Chat, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us, watching us play a story game. We're going to do more of these. We have this list.
I do think it would be fun to do horror games.
Horror games?
Yeah.
Okay. You make it so the Resident Evil series I've played, and I don't know that I'm willing to put my horrorness in your hands in making those decisions.
That's what would be so fun.
Yeah, it would be. I think we're gonna do you still think What Remains of Edith Finch is on our list? Is that one still?
Oh, absolutely.
So we did the Stanley Parable. We did that today. We have some thoughts right now. We just added those. The other 2 that almost made the list for this stream were What Remains of Edith Finch and Firewatch. I think we still do both of those. What do you think? Those are supposed to be, we looked up, we were looking online. Those are supposed to be 2 to 4 hours of gameplay as well. Kind of like this one was. We did about 3 hours of gameplay on this one. So which tracks for the Ultra Deluxe, right? It was 2 hours plus an hour of stuff. So we did about the same amount of time. So that site that we found is kind of trending like that's true.
Yeah.
I think Firewatch, What Remains of Edith Finch, and then we've got The Expanse, which is a Telltale series game. Did you really have an interest in that one?
Yeah.
It was kind of. So that one says it's 5 hours. That might be a 2-stream game, or we could do it on a Saturday and start earlier. But then we've got a lot of games like Baldur's Gate 3, which an amazing game, but it's huge. It's enormous. It would take us many, many streams to get through that.
Yeah.
Disco Elysium is pretty big as well. I still think Cyberpunk 2077, it's a lot of action, but I think you would enjoy the story of that game.
Yeah.
And then we've got some that people threw out today. Someone had told us before we started streaming, West of Loathing was an idea. West of Loathing is actually the game that we were using to kind of test this model out and see if we liked it. I will tell you, I think West of Loathing would make a fantastic game for us to stream.
Yeah. Right
now that we've done this once. So West of Loathing is one that we could potentially do. And then some people threw out some horror games.
And
Phasmophobia and Soma, right? I think Rita was thrown out there.
Yep. Outer Wilds.
Oh, someone else threw Outer Wilds. Here, we got it right there.
And then Rita says Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. The Walking Dead Telltale. That is supposed to be so good. I've heard so many great things about that. All right, so we got Outer Wilds. I own the game when you have not played it yet, Warlords. So Outer Wilds is on there. Yep, Rita has thrown me several in direct messages. I need to throw those on either in Discord. We can add those to the list. And Rita, to answer the question, do we like Walking Dead? We did. We watched several seasons of Walking Dead. So yes, we love the zombie genre.
Limbo,
okay. So yeah, well, I hope that y'all in chat appreciated what we're trying to do here. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know, what you think about the Stanley Parable. We will be putting this on YouTube as well. So hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all come back and check it out, next time when we do this again. And I guess that's about it. Mel, you got anything to say after your first stream?
it was fun.
Yeah, this is the first stream you've ever done.
It was fun.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it. Yep.
Had fun?
Yep.
Want to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to say the same thing I say at the end of every stream. Take care of each other out there. If you've got a friend you haven't heard from in a while, reach out. Be the friend that you wish you had, right? World can be a crazy, lonely, dark place for a lot of people. And sometimes it helps just to have a friend that reached out. So I appreciate you all. Love you. Hope you find wonderful warmth in this world where it's cold right now. And we will see you soon. Good night.